Hi friends. Have you ever witnessed someone's personality completely change over a short period of time? Suddenly they are of totally different character. This case is a prime example of this happening, and it greatly affected a senior. Let me share the details because elder abuse matters. This case comes from an email sent by the victim's niece. My cousin Audrey never married and lived with my aunt for virtually her whole life. When my aunt was in her 60s, she made Audrey her power of attorney for care and finances. It was about 10 years later that she got Alzheimer's disease, and within a few years, Audrey placed her in a home. It wasn't long before we heard that the home was bringing a court action against Audrey. They weren't getting paid, and the police had been contacted to investigate. Audrey was charged with first-degree aggravated theft of a senior and a first-degree criminal mistreatment. When we heard about the charges, we tried to be supportive of Audrey, thinking there must be some kind of mistake. She had always been a model citizen and good to her mom. However, she shunned our attempts to meet with her or even take phone calls. We were really confused. At the trial, we learned that my aunt had just over $420,000 to her name when Audrey placed her in the home, and she claimed there was enough money to privately pay for several years of end-of-life care to the home's managers. It was just 8 months later that a payment check to the home bounced, and Audrey told them then that her mother was out of money. The bank account had only a few dollars left. The police determined that Audrey had spent over $330,000 of her mom's money, including buying a new car the week before the check bounced. There was no evidence that funds had been spent at all on my aunt, which is a requirement of the POA paperwork. When testifying, at first Audrey sounded cocky, and she had no concrete defense for her actions, refusing to explain where she spent the money. Later she appeared somewhat sad, but only because she had been caught in a mess she created for herself. She definitely wasn't the Audrey we knew for more than 50 years. The jury quickly found her guilty of both charges, and she was sentenced to 30 months in prison. Apparently, in some states, she would have only received probation as she had no prior criminal history. But in our state, they make prison time mandatory when elder abuse is involved. Audrey was smiling when taken from the courtroom, and she said to us that she didn't get too bad a sentence for all the money she got. We were dumbfounded by this comment, and we still can't understand how she changed so much in such a short period of time. Sadly, my aunt was moved to a state-run facility, which isn't as nice as where she had been originally placed, but with no remaining money, it's the only option. Well, friends, a daughter steals from her own mother. Why? Why? Mom trusted her, and she never acted this way before. Why did she suddenly go rogue and steal Mom's money for her own pleasure? Have you ever seen a family member or acquaintance do this kind of thing, where their personality completely changed to the point that they pilfer from their parents' estate? Add your comments below so we can learn from one another. And let's hope that the police continue to charge these family criminals, because elder abuse matters. Friends, we're not therapists or counselors, so our goal here is to merely share abuse cases so that you'll know you are not alone if you too are suffering from elder abuse. We hope that it's therapeutic to hear others' stories, and it may also be helpful for you to share your story of abuse on this channel and help others. Just check the show notes below to find out how to do so anonymously. And finally, please like, share, and subscribe now to grow the channel so that together we can reduce the abuse, because elder abuse matters. Please stay safe, seek help, and know that I am praying for you.